Porchfest 2025, West Philadelphia, PA. This is an event that has been on my list for several years, including prior to the pandemic, COVID. Bren, who is on my very short list of favorite bands, and okay, anytime I have a chance to experience one of their performances, I'm there. Saw her post on social media. I was in Philly for the Amazing Art Expo, and for the first half of the day I was in Philly. It's like, yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Finally, I was at the Art Expo, and I looked. I was like, it's only 2.7 miles. It's nothing for me to walk, which honestly it isn't. Now, picture, I gave people live here in Allentown, an image of what it was like. But picture your local neighborhood, walking through a city, and all of a sudden you hear live music coming from somewhere. You look down the street, you see a crowd of people standing on the sidewalk. Okay, you gotta check now you got my curiosity going. Walk up to the crowd of people, you look over, and there's a band, musician, or DJ playing on someone's front porch. I was all over. That was over a large section of West Philadelphia on May 31st, Saturday. After experiencing a very obscenely small part of it, stopping actually at 3 different locations. Next year, 2026, it was from 12 to 6. That's my day in Philly. 12 to 6, or whenever I feel like leaving, or if I feel like doing an overnight in Philly. Even I talked to a few people, including the one homeowner who hosted 4 bands. I said, thank you very much for hosting this. I wanted to get some more information about Porchfest than what's on the website, which I still haven't checked out, by the way. I still haven't really looked at it. And she said she's been hosting bands for 8 years. And she's like, in the 8 years she's been doing it, has grown exponentially. I think the number she gave me was like over 400 performers and DJs this year. And I found out it was pretty much Baltimore Avenue is the focus point, but it spreads out from there. I just scrolled down the list. In fact, I was pissed because Kozer is another one of my must experience. Any chance I get. I missed their performance. I was seriously pissed about that. But I caught Bren, which made up for it. It's reminded me. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and it reminded me of. And I hate sounding like this, but you still even have in smaller towns, where you have festivals, street festivals, and events where everybody just gets together, even people that are visiting or even tourists, gets together, walks around, completely forgets about life and all the headaches and stress and everything involved in it, and just has a good time. I met some new people, very friendly, great people. Had some excellent conversations with them. And it was kind of like, okay, this is, we need a break from everything. This is it, and it was perfect. To say it had a true community feel to it, and I even spoke with the homeowner. I said, yeah, it has, even if you haven't been to Philadelphia before, I said, this has a very welcoming, hey, look, we want you here, you belong here, feeling to it. And she said, yeah, that's exactly what everyone was going for and trying to create. You had people like, there's I stopped by the one at the one residence they had on the curb, hot dogs and hamburgers. You know what? I was hungry anyway. Help support, just and different things along the way. Some artists having small tables and everything. And plus, it was a great way. This is actually, I told a couple of people this is my first time walking around in West Philly. My experience in West Philly was going to the Man twice to take public transportation. And West Philly's gorgeous neighborhoods. This is my first time Porchfest and my first time in West Philly. So, as a frequent visitor, to downtown Philly, it gave me a chance to to walk through and check out a section of Philadelphia in that city I never experienced. Porchfest 2026, and I told a couple people here in the Valley about it already, and two people like, yeah, if we don't have to work, we're definitely going next year. Don't try to I'm not even going to try to make a list for this. It's spread out, so it's the way it's spread out. It's going to be just one of those walk next year when I will be attending next year. Walk around and just experience. Oh, and in case you're wondering about the music, every genre you can imagine. Singer, songwriters, solo performers, DJs, bands, you name it. Porchfest 2026 is immediately made my top priority, do not miss list for 2026. Check out, next spring when they, check out when they have the date for it. Make the trip to Philadelphia and have the attitude of, you know what, my life is there. I'm going to have some fun and enjoy this, and trust me, you will. Michael Phoenix, founder, staff, Fire City Illusion. I try to keep it short, couldn't this time. As always, and I mean this with very sincerely every time I say this, please continue to stay safe, and wishing you, your family and friends only the best and much success in your lives.